guys, welcome back to Critical Flick. Today we're going to be talking about Togo, which is on Disney+.
So Togo is the newest feature-length film that has been released on Disney+, and we've enjoyed some of the other films that have come out so far from the service, but I think this one might be actually my favorite film that they've put out.
This movie has very endearing qualities to it, and it's just a good, happy film.
Yeah, it is a movie that's definitely in Disney's wheelhouse. With it being about a true story, it takes a true story and takes the very heartwarming messages and tales about this event and makes it into a very wholesome, family-friendly thing. But it still has a bit of realness to it, a little bit of heaviness to the film itself, while having those really, really heartfelt moments that we expect from a Disney film about a dog.
So the movie is about a dog named Togo who is part of a sled team, and their main mission is to transport serum across the Alaskan escape, and there's a lot of harsh conditions along the way.
Yeah, so you may know the story of this from the animated film Balto, and this is the same story essentially, but we have the more true to life events happening. Togo was the lead dog for quite a bit of the more harsh parts of this journey, and it is really impressive that this was even able to be done in the real world. This is a real serious event and real serious conditions, and they're able to replicate that fairly well in the movie, especially Willem Defoe's performance really elevates that.
Yeah, Defoe gives a really warm performance as the dog trainer and basically guidance with Togo.
Yeah, I like that he is kind of the grizzled old veteran dog sled guy, and he's got this kind of harsh exterior, and Togo is able to break down his harsh exterior to get to the warm, heartfelt moments. And his relationship with the dog, and Togo in particular, is some of the best moments in the film. He's very touched by the courage of these dogs and just the loyalty that they have to the mission. And Togo, as his own character, as you would say, is also very interesting because he's like the little rambunctious scamp.
This movie definitely captured that classic Disney spirit throughout the film. This movie tugs on a lot of your heartstrings as you watch Togo's journey go along the Alaskan terrain. A lot of it's harsh and, wintry storms.
Yeah, like I said earlier, this movie is able to take those true elements and elevate the story in a way that makes it far more compelling than just your typical Disney film or animated film. And this movie was actually filmed in some areas, not actually in Alaska where it takes place, but it's filmed in some areas in Canada that create that environment. It makes it look very real. This movie doesn't feel very cheap or cheesy. It feels like they put some time and effort into it, which I was surprised by because I knew nothing about this movie. And they're like, oh, it's up next week. And I checked it out, and I was pretty impressed by the production value of it.
There was also really good special effects, I thought, in this movie that really played along with the Alaskan chill air. When they're sledding across the terrain, you just feel everything that they're feeling.
Yeah, and the cinematography in general is pretty well done for a movie like this. You're seeing a lot of really interesting shots and camera angles of their journey across the wilderness, and they're able to add a little bit of layers of visual effects on top of it to make it look even that much more compelling. It's very easy to add those storm layers on top of an already good-looking scene to make you feel that much more immersed in it, and you're able to have an actor like Willem Defoe pull off that he's in a snowstorm, because he's just such a versatile actor.
He's a really great actor.
Yeah, I mean, seeing Lighthouse earlier this year and then this, he's able to do such stark differences in his character. I mean, I think he's one of the best of generation. And one of the things that also helps the film in general is that it is filmed with real dogs, real live dogs. They do implement a little bit of CG, I believe, at times.
Yeah.
But most of the times it is real interactions with real snow dogs, or I guess they're trained sled dogs. So it makes the movie feel that much more real. You had Lady and the Tramp come out, which also used real dogs, but it had the talking, which kind of takes you out of it a little bit. This is really a story more about the dog's loyalty and the relationship between man and dog. So it works on that level.
So I give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this. I knew nothing about it going in, and I really loved the story of Togo. I learned about something completely different. I knew about the story about Balto and Willem Defoe. Again, great acting, and I thought it was a really touching and endearing story.
I would also give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. It surprised me. I think the production value is something I wasn't expected. Getting a quality actor like Willem Defoe into this role is something that really elevates it. I hope that Disney Plus continues with this trend of getting high quality actors and high quality production to really set themselves apart from something like Netflix or Hulu, which kind of hit or miss. They kind of take some nobody actors, kind of take some low budget routes when it comes to films. So having that production value of almost like a cinematic Disney film, I really enjoyed it, and I really hope they continue with it.
So this sums up our review of Togo. Let us know down in the comments down below if you've watched it. What have you thought about it? Are you enjoying Disney Plus still? Remember to like and subscribe. We always appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.